What gets me the most excited about my role? The variation. It's something new every day. I work in a high-growth organization, so I think the biggest impact we have is hiring people. When you hire 800 people and you've got 500 people, you're essentially changing the company in a year. So it's really hiring, and then also figuring out who you really need to retain and who's key. You need to hire ahead in HR and anticipate some of the operational issues that are going to come up so that you can make them smooth and seamless and not have managers and employees spending time on things that aren't really value added for them. But as far as the culture, you need to get the interviewing process tight so that people know what they're interviewing for. They know what they're checking for when they're talking to people about their experiences, and they have a way to check culture against the people they're making a recommendation to hire. What are the biggest challenges that HR leaders face? I think we're at the nexus of, well, I should say, where I work, I'm at the nexus of growth and also managing profitability. So we're looking at hypergrowth. We're trying to see a path potentially to go public. So we're looking to continue to scale our organization by hiring and keeping and retaining people who are quality. And then we're also looking to manage our expenses. What's some advice that I would give myself 5 years ago? Relax and spend more time with my dog. I think it's take a breath, wait, see how things play out. And then what I like to say is to take personal responsibility, but don't take things personally. What's an opinion I have that I don't think most people in my role share? I think the whole focus on perks is really interesting. I think that in some ways we're losing focus on what the core value of work is. And I think that it's difficult sometimes to make the core value of work real for people on a day-to-day basis in the competition for perks and extras. And I'm not quite sure if that's what work is all about. So what is the core value of work and what can we do to get the focus back? I think you have to focus on what people are doing for the customer. I think that I've worked in early stage companies where you're more ideation and less commercial, so you don't have as many customers. And then people, engineers specifically, are thinking about what you're developing, but there aren't as many real life cases as to who it's helping. And I think businesses that have real life examples of how their customers are using their product and how their products make life better or business better for their customers, it's easier to make work real for people. So I think customer stories are super important for people, and I also think personal career growth. Why am I here? What's my next step? What am I getting out of this? That should be the real focus as opposed to, when's my next massage or what's my next snack in the kitchen. And I think if we can bring the focus back onto how our customers use the work we do and how our own careers are benefiting from that, I think that'll help focus away from the extraneous and more on the core value of why we work. So what do I do to be the best version of myself, considering I'm really busy at work or at play?
Just in general.
At work, I get up and walk around. So I literally get up and move, and I go see someone. I like to tell my team, particularly in HR, you should always have someone in the workplace who you can call up and say, how's business? How's your day? And get that focus on someone else. And so I recommend that, and I do it myself. And then at home, I play golf. And that completely distracts me from work. Keep it real. That would be my message to all HR professionals.